Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. Boy, all of this pulling Joe Biden to the left, it's really paying off. Remember during the campaign trail, 2019, Biden promises to end all forever wars as president. This was in the Military Times. This is from the Associated Press, July 11th, 2019. Okay? He's going to end the forever wars. End them. Joe Biden, firm on his word. Joe Biden's going to end them. End it. Then he gets sworn in. This war has to end. Biden halts U.S. support for offensive military operations in Yemen. Okay, wow, February 4th. But maybe 2 weeks after he's sworn in. Oh, wow. Okay, he's true to his word. Joey Biden's true to his word. I mean, since he's been sworn in, he's bombed Syria twice. He just started bombing Somalia, one of the poorest countries in the world. And then this in Mint Press News. Biden shrugs off campaign promise as U.S. backs new Saudi offensive and AQAP support. The U.S. has refused calls to stop arming Saudi Arabia amid its devastating war in Yemen and is now doubling down on a military solution, falling back on its reliance of armed militant groups that it used to devastating effect in Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, and Iraq. All wars under Obama, continued by Trump. Boy, he couldn't even go 6 months. He couldn't even go 6 months. The Biden administration should have stopped providing weapons and training to the warring parties to ensure that the war would not continue and not support one at the expense of the other. So logic and reality say. Dala al-Matari, an activist from the Stop the Bombing of Yemen. Of course, the corporate media is not going to be screaming, oh, Biden failed on one of his campaign promises. They're not going to do that. Even Fox News isn't going to do that. They love criticizing Biden, but they're not going to criticize him for continuing war because Fox is part of the military-industrial complex's propaganda arm. Just like when Trump started bombing people, that's when MSNBC and CNN were like, yeah, Trump became president today. I love his rockets, and Brian Williams was getting a boner for Trump's rockets. And Fareed Zakaria said Trump became president today. Whenever a president keeps the war machine going, the corporate media falls in line. It becomes then state media, right? Over 85,000 children have died in Yemen. This war is unbelievable. So this, again, the people that were the vote any blue for do crowd and just stop being so critical of Joe Biden, we're going to pull him to the left. How have you pulled him to the left? Explain this to me. Explain this to me. He's gone back on a campaign promise. He's increased funding for ICE. He's now spending more money than Trump on ICE. He's increased money for the police. I thought he was all defund the police. He's bombed Syria twice. He's bombed Somalia. He's going back on this campaign promise. Families are separated at the border. He's putting kids in cages. I'm sorry, facilities. If he changed the name from cages to facility, that's how he got pulled to the left. Wow. Continues to bail out Wall Street. Where's this left pulling? If we're pulling him to the left, why is he still bombing Yemen? How come we don't have free healthcare? Or rather, why aren't our taxes actually going to pay for something like healthcare? Oh, no. The democratically controlled Senate just increased his military budget by $25 billion. We're now outspending the next, 15 countries combined, 10 I've lost count. It's at least 10. So where's all this left pulling? I guess when you're at brunch, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to pull someone to the left when you got like a mimosa in one hand. You know what I mean? So officials at Santa say this Biden administration is playing with fire by not only destroying peace efforts, but also resettling and supporting al-Qaeda, especially amid a Taliban resurgence in Afghanistan. I highlighted the word resurgence because we're hearing this now. This is, resurgence, boy, this is a war machine buzzword. War machines love resurgence because now we might have to go back to Afghanistan. At the very least, this will be used by the Republicans in this hilarious theater of the duopoly, this illusion that one party is different than the other. So the Republicans in the midterms will be like, Joe Biden's, the Taliban's come back for more. He've let this Taliban get stronger, right? So they'll play that old tired card of the Democrats are soft on war or whatever. You know what I mean? Both parties get plenty of money for war. I mean, he's outspending Trump on military, on ICE, and on the police. So I just laugh when I hear the Fox News crowd. He's a socialist. Oh boy, I don't know what kind of socialism this is. But resurgence, be careful when we're hearing Taliban resurgence. That buzzword would be used throughout the corporate media to sell more military efforts back in Afghanistan or wherever. And then when we help fund ISIS, like we've done in Syria, that doesn't get covered by the corporate media. So just be careful. This is a buzzword. Resurgence. Saudi Arabia and the United States claim that they are so keen on peace, stopping the war. This is from one of the military generals of one of the resistance groups, right? And this is from the Mint Press News article, which will be in the show notes. You can read the whole article. It's, Mint Press News does great work. Saudi Arabia and the United States claim that they are keen on peace, stopping the war, and addressing the inhumane issues. But in fact, they are talking all this just for media consumption and the exploitation of international and regional positions. We can't hold Saudi Arabia accountable. We didn't hold them accountable 20 years ago when the majority of the 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. We can't do that because, look, they give us oil, we sell them weapons. It's our weapons over there in Yemen. This is all connected to the petrodollar. There's no way this isn't about some type of oil something. There's no way. There's no way. And where's the outcry? 85,000 dead kids in Yemen? A war that was started under Obama, continued by Trump, and now continued by Biden. Show me the difference. Show me the difference. Yeah, but Trump, okay, great. Trump's gone. Wow. This is what's happening. What do I tell you? Follow the money, connect the dots, right? Oh, hey, military donors to presidential candidates. This was the 2020 election. This is Trump is red, Joe Biden is blue. President Donald Trump is slightly edging out Democratic nominee Joe Biden with political donations from its members in the military. Department of Defense. Oh, more money for Joe Biden. U.S. Army. Oh, a little more money for Trump. The Navy. Oh, more money for Biden. The Air Force. More money for Trump. The Marine Corps. Little more money. It's like anyway, that's so why is Joe Biden keeping? So this is why you're never going to be able to pull Joe Biden to the left. Trump ran on an anti-interventionist campaign. The people who voted for Trump, you were taken as well. You were lied to. He said he's going to get us out of all these, interventionist wars. He said that. Spend money back at home. Trump said that during his campaign in 2016. Didn't say it in 2020 campaign. 2020 just said, I'm number one, I'm the best, Joe Biden's a socialist, whatever. But in 2016, he ran on that and he didn't do it. But this is why. You think there's a difference? Look how much they spend. Look how much they slightly edging out Democratic nominee because they're just hedging their bets. So if Trump would have won, they'd be like, all right, we've paid enough money to Trump. With these other categories, we beat Biden. Well, yeah, we'll get it. Trump will keep the wars going. No, Biden wins. All right, we made sure Biden's taken care of. All right, man. Like, this is when you promise your vote, when you say, I'm voting for whoever the Democrats put up there, they know this. They know this. And they know the Democratic Party doesn't care. They know the left. They take the left within the Democratic Party, the like progressives. They take you for granted because they know you're going to vote. They know you got nowhere else to go. So everybody's like, I'm voting for Bernie in the primary, but if he doesn't admit it, I'll vote for whoever they put up because Trump was so bad. Okay. That's what everybody said in the Democratic Party. If George W. Bush is the worst, I'll vote John Kerry. I don't care. You know, they run Kucinich out of town and give us John Kerry, who's another warmonger. Right? And they'll do it again. Look, the Democrats are going to lose control in the midterms in 2022, and the Republicans will run a worse than Trump. And well, look, and then we're in the same spot of this like mythical place down the road that once we got it, because they're going to lose either the House or the Senate or both in the midterms. So then it'd be like, don't be too critical of Biden because we got to take back. It'll be this. We'll hear this take back language again. It's all the scam. This is how much money is spent. Joe Biden broke another campaign promise. I don't know how you vote for this guy. I don't know how you dance in the streets for this guy. How you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to pull him to the left. How are you doing? What left has he done? There's a couple of things. He just isn't as right-wing as Trump was. And that's the big victory we're all supposed to claim. So if you vote third party, and there's many more options. I mean, we're going to need a general strike. We're going to need a bunch of stuff. But promising them to vote, they have no incentive to do what you want. Because you're going to be like, Joe Biden didn't do this and this and this, but I'll vote for him in 2024. I mean, what are my choices? Lesser of two evils. And they're like, yeah, of course you will. You're a sucker. You're a sucker. The lesser of two evil crowd, you're a sucker. So this is what we get. Right? This is what we get. This is nonsense. Joe Biden. Let's Biden promised to end forever wars. How is a guy, when you hear these campaign promises, this is why I say follow the money, connect the dots. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It doesn't mean anything. Those words mean nothing. This is what matters. This, where the money comes from. And when this much money was given to Joe Biden, there was no way on earth he was going to go fulfill that campaign promise. And this pull out of Afghanistan, we'll see. If the Democrats get wiped out in 22, which they probably will, and Joe Biden's slipping in the polls in 2023 and 2024, oh, we'll be back in Afghanistan. There'll be some Taliban false flag, and they'll wave the flag and get everybody riled up for another war because this is paid for. They need these organizations need war. They need a never-ending state of war. And this is just to Trump and Biden. Not to mention all the people in the... You think all those Democratic senators that just approved this $25 billion, you don't think they get money from them too? They give to both parties fairly equally. This is similar to what the big pharma and the healthcare lobby does. They do the same thing. They give to both parties fairly equally to make sure that we don't have Medicare for all. So that our tax dollars go for endless war. Rather than good schools and free college and great health care that's free, that's included in your taxes. Better public transportation, a Green New Deal that puts Americans to work in good union paying jobs, making green energy, researchers, everything we need. No, war. The planet's collapsing. And we're bombing another poor country. We just bombed Somalia. So we'll just keep finding poor countries to bomb to just keep these assholes happy. The military industrial complex. And this isn't even the defense contractors. I didn't even look that up. This is just the branches of the military that donated. This doesn't even, there's a whole nother set of hundreds of millions of dollars that went in donations from Raytheon and Northrop Grumman and that whole crowd. All right. Follow the money, connect the dots. That's how you get the truth. Go to OpenSecrets.org. It is like a warm blanket. It solves all. It just it answers any questions you have. You think, well, they said this and this party said that, and just go to OpenSecrets.org, man. It'll answer every question you have. You don't believe me? You don't believe, fine. Go to OpenSecrets.org. That's all I did. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Shave your knuckles for justice. Ba-boom. Hey, everybody, it's Graham Elwood. We are going on the road, Ron Placone and I, in September and October. Check GrahamElwood.com for tour dates, probably coming to a city near you. A lot of these shows have sold out in the past. We haven't been on the road in a year and a half because of the pandemic. Come out and join us. The post-pandemic comedy tour. Go to GrahamElwood.com for tickets. New cities being announced every day. Join us. And support what we do at patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Blockchain cryptocurrency platform. Thank you. You're making Gotham great again.